Jacksonville Jaguars fans, welcome back to another episode of Jag Jaw. Unfortunately, it's the offseason. Bills got us 27-24. We're going to go over it a little bit today. First off, just want to say I appreciate all y'all that's been with me all season. Went live on TikTok for all the games. Was live on YouTube, so I appreciate all the support we had all season. It was a great season, 13-4. AFC South champs, had a home playoff game. We just didn't take advantage of the situation. We're going to go over the game a little bit right now. Trevor obviously threw that pick at the end of the game. He trusted Jacoby Myers on an in-breaking route. He threw it, timing route. It got tipped. It was picked off. It is what it is. Trevor didn't play a terrible game. I'll say the first pick was a bad pick, but overall he played a great game. I feel like Liam put too much on his shoulders. The thing with the Jaguars in this game, we didn't run the ball enough. Those outside zone runs were hitting with Bashal Tutin. I'm about to go over a little stat right here. Let's see. Bashal Tutin had one carry the rest of the game after he ripped off gains of 20, 14, and 13. Why did we get away from the run? That's the main thing about this game that really upset me. We had the game plan. We knew it going into the game. I talked about it on my YouTube videos. We got to stop the run, and we got to run the ball. We stopped the run. James Cook didn't do anything. It was really Josh Allen. The whole game was on his shoulders, making play after play. We were destroying him, knocking his helmet off. He hurt his knee, hurt his hand. He was limping around. We were hitting the quarterback. He was just making plays, making throws while getting hit. Wish we would have ran the ball to get the ball out of his hands. The same way like the Giants did back in the day with the Super Bowl versus the Bills. They had their high-powered offense. It was like an up-tempo offense no one had ever seen before, the hurry-up offense. The Giants ran the ball and played defense to get their offense off the field. We should have done the same thing with Josh Allen. We didn't run the ball. The runs were hitting too. We just got away from it. Unfortunately, this is one of Liam's worst games as a play caller, and it just came at a terrible time, a playoff game. It sucks, and I trust Liam. Like, he's been great all season, and I trust him going forward. It's just that game, we should have just stuck to the run. We had to keep hitting them outside zone runs with Bashal Tutin. He was hitting. Obviously, like I said, Trevor threw those 2 picks, but he also had 3 touchdown passes. He didn't play terrible. It wasn't on Trevor this game. Travis Etienne, he only had 10 carries. Parker Washington, 7 receptions, a touchdown, over 100 yards. Man, like Parker, another great game. Like, I can't say enough about Parker Washington and what he's done this season for our team, where he stepped up for Trevor. I have a couple of stats about Parker later. He just had a great season for us. Josh Hines-Allen, he got to the quarterback. He got a sack. I think he was the only one with a sack. We needed to get to the quarterback a little bit more. Like I said, we were destroying Josh Allen, hurting him, hitting him, but he was just making plays. He was being Superman Josh Allen, which sucks because then the very next week, he's having fumble after fumble. He's throwing interceptions. Like, where was that Josh Allen when we played him? It just sucks we played him that week. It's almost like winning the division screwed us in the long run because, yeah, we got a home playoff game, but then we had to play the Bills, who were on one right there, couldn't lose. They couldn't go one and done just like we couldn't, so we're getting their best. And then we got the Texans playing an away game, but they're playing a terrible Steelers team. It's like, well, I would have rather go play the Steelers, destroy them, and go play the Patriots the next week. Like, that was a better run. It just sucks. We won the division and almost hurt us. It is what it is. Like, we still should have took advantage of that opportunity, especially because the Bills lose to the Broncos the next week, and we beat the Broncos. That's how you know we slipped up in this game. Jags, total yards, 359 to their 340. We had 2 turnovers. They had 1. The 1 turnover was the special teams turnover, which turned into that 4th down conversion, which was the biggest play in the whole game. It wasn't a bad play call to go for it in that moment. I just don't necessarily like the play call. It was like an RPO. Honestly, it wasn't the worst call. Trevor pulled it. He tried to dive for it. His shin slid and hit the ground. It sucks. It is what it is. I don't hate the play call. All the other NFL teams that were in the playoffs were calling in that same situation. We're going for it. I was watching it all, after we lost. I kept watching every game. They had that situation. They're going for them. Like, this is what the Jags did. They got it. Some teams got it. Some teams didn't. It is what it is. In hindsight, it's like, oh, we should have took the points, but hindsight's 20/20. I do like the call. I'm not mad at Liam Cohen at all for going for it right there, especially because we got a turnover inside the red zone. We're trying to get 7 out of it, not just settle for 3. And I get we end up losing by 3, so it really looks bad. But if we're in that situation again, I would go for it again. Penalties. We only had 2 penalties for their 7. We were playing discipline. Like, we really let this game slip. 3rd downs, we were 5 of 9 to their 7 for 14. They were just sustaining drives. That was the thing with the Bills. We could not get them off the field. I'll have a stat for that later too. We could not get them off the field. The 1 4th down, like I said, we didn't make it. They were 2 for 2. That's what I mean. You can't let them get 4th downs and sustain those drives. In the red zone, they're 3 for 3. We were 3 or 4. The one we did miss was that red zone play where we went for it. Time of possession, that's the big thing I was just talking about. I wish we'd have took the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. They had it for 33 minutes. We had it for 26. That's not good enough. We needed to run the ball and run the clock out more and not let Josh have the ball in his hands to work his magic like he did, make those throws in those crucial moments. We just got to have the ball in our hands and run the clock out. It sucks. Obviously, it's been over a week. Everybody's been like, oh, where's Jags y'all been? Where's Jags? I've been pissed. I've been pissed off about this game and the fact that we freaking blew it. We had an opportunity and we let it slip between our fingers, and it really hurts, bro. I didn't even want to watch the NFL. I didn't want to watch anything. I was sick to my stomach. I was almost in denial of the fact that we lost this game because of how good this team actually is. I talk about it in TikTok, but Anthony Campanelli, Udinski, they're both getting head coaching offers right now. Udinski might go to the Browns. The Cardinals might snatch up Campanelli. And it's like we had 3 head coaches on our coaching staff. That's how good this team was. This is why I was preaching this all season. This team was so good. And it's like we let this opportunity slip between our fingers. Yeah, we were ahead of schedule, and that's amazing. So we're still going to be good in the future. But it's just like when you have chances like this, you got to get it. You got to grab it. You got to take advantage of it. And we didn't. And it made me sick to my stomach for like a week. I couldn't get on social media. I couldn't look at nothing. I was sick. I love this team so much, and I just wanted to see them succeed in this moment, and we freaking blew it. It hurts. Can't sugarcoat it. You know, there's people are going to be happy about the season, which I am too. I'm still proud of this team. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, it's so hard to get back to this moment, being a division winner, this good of a team, this good of a staff all together. Every year the team is going to be different, and this was a really good core. And it sucks that, you know, when you have success, your coaches start getting poached. It's what happens in the NFL all the time. That's why having Liam Cohen is so important, because Grant Udinski wasn't calling the plays for us. He was a great, young, innovative coach who might call plays for the Browns, but this is Liam's offense. Liam's been calling the plays all season. So whoever we bring in as offensive coordinator next year, he's going to learn Liam's offense and help Liam, you know, game plan and all the same type of stuff that Udinski was doing. Udinski was just really smart, 30 years old, like really innovative. Like I said, innovative. He's ahead of his time for sure. But like I always do, let's just go over some of my Twitter stuff like I always do. Like I said, if y'all turn your back on this team and this quarterback, you're crazy. This is a great team still, regardless if we're going to lose some of our, you know, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, even guys in free agency, stuff like that. This is still a great core. We have a quarterback. We have a head coach. We have a great GM. This team is here to stay. 2026 is going to be a movie, I'm telling y'all. I trust Gladstone to make all the right moves in the offseason. He has a full offseason this time. It's not like he's getting hired halfway through the offseason like last year. We have time. We already have camaraderie with the guys in the front office. So this offseason, man, we're going to go crazy. Not to mention we're getting Travis Hunter back next year. Caleb Bransall, who was our 2nd round draft pick safety, didn't even play a snap all season. He's been hurt. Like, we have a team still sitting in place that we can make a run next year. Just sucks we couldn't do it this year when we had the chance as well. This is the play out. This is what I was talking about earlier with the Bills. 6 drives of 8+ plays. We could not get them off the field. 8 plays, 32 yards, 10 plays, 92 yards, 8 plays, 22 yards, 11 plays, 9 plays, 9 plays. We couldn't get them off the field. They were converting 4th downs. They got half of their third downs. That was the main thing that really hurt us. Notable free agents: Devin Lloyd, Travis Etienne, people we got to extend: Parker Washington, Brenton Strange. I can go over some of the free agents right here. Obviously, De'Ami Brown was on that 1-year deal, so he's pretty much gone. Ogba's probably gone. Devin Lloyd and Etienne, we got to figure out something with them. I wouldn't mind if Travis Etienne walks and we drafted a running back, to be honest with you. That's pretty much how the NFL works now. I like Travis. If we can get him on a cheap deal, I wouldn't be mad at it at all. But I like Bashal to be like the explosive back. If we can go get somebody with even more power, I think we'll be fine at the running back position. It would hurt to lose Devin Lloyd, but it sucks to pay linebackers. We got Andrew Wingard, which he's still a good special teams guy. He could still be a good rotational guy. He does not need to start on this team anymore. Greg Newsome, you can also get off my team. You'd be getting toasted ever since we traded for you. Thought he was going to be an upgrade over Tyson Campbell. I don't think he was. We tried to, you know, that's the one thing Gladstone didn't hit on with all of his trades and stuff. He didn't, because Tim Patrick, that was a great depth piece. Greg Newsome, I mean, he just got toasted too many times. Even in this last game, he was getting burnt by, backup receivers. It's just like, no, we can definitely upgrade from Greg Newsome. We can let him walk. Dennis Gardeck, the Barbarian, would love to bring him back. His motor's crazy. Guys like Dwan Smoot might leave. He's a Jags legend always. All these other guys are pretty much backup. DJ Dallas, he'll be gone. Quentin Morris. Christian Braswell, I wouldn't mind bringing him back. Definitely. Buster Brown, Monteric Brown, I would love to re-sign him. He's been a great draft pick, being a late round draft pick. I think he was a 7th round pick. I would love to bring Buster Brown back. So there's a lot of moves the Jaguars have to make. We have a lot of things we got to think about. We only have, estimated cash space for the cap is only $5 million. So we're going to have to push some money around, figure something out. Especially letting guys walk like Travis Etienne will help, free up some space, stuff like that. If we cut certain players, we can definitely free up some space. Maybe if we, do some contract stuff, like push some money down the line, we'll definitely be able to figure it out. Gladstone will figure it out, but we just got to make the right moves to have the right team in 2026. Like I said, this is the Browns talking about, interviewing Grant Udinski. It happens when you have a good team. They start poaching your coaches. Pressures versus the game. Josh Allen was getting to the quarterback. Devin Lloyd, if we let him walk, man, he's one of our best players. It's gonna hurt. Look at this, top running backs in tackles per carry avoided. So basically, you're making somebody miss. 75 rushes minimum. Bashal Tutin, number 10 at 21.8%. Like I said, if we let Travis walk, I'm not mad at making Bashal RB1. We could go get another power back to help sprinkle some stuff in on the goal line and stuff. But Bashal, man, he can really hit it. He was showing in that Bills game, running those stretch plays. He was cutting stuff back. He has speed, explosion. I like Bashal Tutin a lot. This is what I was talking about with Andrew Wingard. He cannot start on this team anymore. Watch him right here, top of the screen. This is pretty much like a cover 3. He's the one high safety, just completely toasted. That's, against the Bills. If you look right here, same thing. Here he is right here. This guy's like, fool me once, get burnt. That's the Seahawks game. Got toasted. It's a really bad play. Can't have it. Like I said, he can play special teams, backup safety maybe, but we don't need to re-sign him to be starting on this team. Trevor Lawrence is the 3rd quarterback in NFL history to throw multiple go-ahead 4th quarter touchdowns in a playoff loss, joining Josh Allen in 2021. That's the Chiefs' 13-second game. And then Drew Brees in 2011 versus the 49ers, and I'm pretty sure that was the Vernon Davis game where he's like crying after he scored the touchdown. It was like the repeat of the T.O. game back in the day. Trevor had a good game. It is what it is. Our defense didn't make the plays when we needed it. And our defense has been great all season, which sucks. They're talking about, this is, you can show a screenshot all day about a guy being open, but like that guy's coming down because Trevor already let go of the ball. Like it's not really there like you think it is. Positions that we need: left guard, right guard, tight end depth, D tackle, edge depth, safety for sure, kick returner. It's like I said, if we lose ETN, we still need another running back, but like this is a lot of the stuff we needed. D tackle, remember Gladstone, he tried to trade for Quinnen Williams at the trade deadline. Like he knows he needs interior pass rush. We're going to try to get somebody in free agency. We're going to draft some guys. There's a couple guys on that I'm going to end up showing that I really like that we could draft in maybe the 2nd round, because we don't have the 1st round draft pick anymore because the Travis Hunter trade. Some more offseason talk, obviously talking about Travis Hunter coming back. James Gladstone had a presser. He said he's still going to play both sides of the ball. So we still got to work him in the offense. I hope he plays a lot of corner too, because he was one of our better corners last year. But don't expect all the narrative of everybody, he can't do it, he's going to stay hurt. He's going to play both sides of the ball. And I know he can do it. He can make it happen. He was a non-contact injury. That could happen if you're just playing one side of the ball. It is what it is. He's going to comeback player of the year type stuff. Travis Hunter's going to have a great season next year. Most pressures by DTs, defensive tackles, in the last 5 games. The Jaguars were 32nd. That's what I mean. We need interior pass rush. Eric Armstead, where the hell you at? You're calling out all the fans. Why are we 32nd in DT pressures? You got to get to the quarterback. We need that interior pass rush. If you get a chance, go to Peter Schrager's Twitter and listen to this Grant Udinski just talking ball. It's like a minute 40 of him just really, you can see how innovative and how smart he really does know football. That's why it's going to hurt if we lose him, because he finds stuff in game plans that, that Liam can work off of, and it's good to work off of two smart minds off of each other. So hopefully we can replace him with somebody really good, but it's going to hurt to lose him for sure. People are talking about get Max to Jax, which is hopefully we get Max Crosby, in a trade. I don't really necessarily want that. We'd have to give up so much. We already don't have a first-round draft pick. I doubt that happens. Obviously, I would be ecstatic because he's a hell of a player, but I don't think that happens. All offseason, I'm going to be going over, college prospects, sleepers, guys that I like. This is one of the first guys that's popping up. That's why I'm talking about it. Luckily for you guys, I've always been obsessed with the NFL draft in the offseason because the Jags have sucked for so long. So every offseason, I'm trying to figure out who the Jags need to get so I know we're going to be a better team next year. Obviously, I can't choose the guys, but I would love to, every offseason, go study up. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm watching tape. I'm doing all that stuff. Obviously, I watch college football nonstop, so I already know a good handful of players. But then there's sleepers like this, like Emmanuel McNeil-Warren from Toledo. The number 3 safety, he's 6'3", 209, 11 career forced fumbles. He's out here separating people from the ball. He had a couple nice picks on here as well. Look at that, swatting the ball. He can play the ball in the air. Like, these are guys we can get in the later rounds. Look at him swatting it right there. Like, here he is right here. They circled him. Strip. Like, he's a playmaker. We need a playmaker, another playmaker on defense. And these are guys that we can get in the later rounds. We'll be talking way more about guys like that. We'll have full videos specifically for guys. I want to do mock drafts eventually. I want to go live on TikTok doing live mock drafts with you guys, all that kind of stuff during the offseason. So just be prepared for that. This is pressure rates, minimum 200 pass rush snaps in the NFL. Josh Hines-Allen, number 3 in the NFL, 18.2%. Like, he had a great season. Don't say Josh Hines-Allen wasn't making plays this year, because he was. Sacks aren't everything. He only had the 8 sacks, so you're going to look at the stats and be like, oh, he had a bad year. No, he still had a great year. He was getting to the quarterback. Sack stats aren't everything. Yeah, this one's going to hurt. This is the play that basically kept the Jags out the 1 seed, was the pass interference on Travis Hunter. Like, looking back on that, because if we win one more game, we're the 1st seed and we have a bye week. We don't even have to play the Bills. This play, looking back, and we could maybe find a couple other plays that, but really, this was like a play that just changed one play in the game. We win the game right here, and instead we lose to the Bengals, which we still had 13 wins, but that 14th win would have got us the number 1 seed, and we don't lose in the wild card because we don't even play in the wild card. And that wasn't pass interference, which really hurts. Broncos only loss at home, 34-20, Jags dub. So think about that when they're playing in the AFC Championship game this week. Yeah, again, I don't know where Josh Allen's, stupid plays were, because he wasn't doing it versus us. Man, if we could get some jerseys like this. I know we've been talking about it for years, but if we can just get more of a throwback type vibe, the same thing like the Bucs did when they went back to their old jerseys, but it was like an updated version, modern throwback vibe. This is what we need. We've been able to switch our jerseys for, I think 2 years now. We're just choosing not to. I think it's because we're getting the new stadium. I feel like they're waiting for that, but we're also doing the rivalry jerseys next year, which I think it might, if I had to guess, it might do something like the 95 reveal when we had the silver helmets and stuff. Maybe they'll do something with that type vibe, but I don't really know yet. So just, obviously I'll keep y'all updated on that once I start figuring stuff out. Talk about, possible free agents. With De'Ami Brown leaving, Tim Patrick possibly leaving, Romeo Doubs is a free agent. There's a couple guys that we could definitely bring in on cheap deals. Romeo Doubs was a great player for the Packers this year too. Like I said, D-tackle, interior pass rush. This dude, Ahmad Matan for the Hurricanes, if you are watching the national championship, absolute dog. These are the type of players we got to get in the 2nd round, possibly 3rd round. Playmakers. Interior pass rush. Look at him right here. Get off me in the backfield. Relentless. Trying to strip the ball. That's an absolute dog. That looks like a Jaguar right there. There's a guy named D'Angelo Pons that's also on Indiana that everybody's in love with, saying he's a future Jaguar. Even the media, Jacksonville media is talking about it. And it's I don't know why he's getting so hyped up to be a Jaguar, but he's a great player. He's a shorter corner, so to play boundary corner at 5'8" is going to be a big task. Because I've seen him get burnt by Jeremiah Smith against Ohio State. But he plays bigger than 5'9", so I really like him. But I just wouldn't pick him probably in the 2nd round. I'd rather go for a Matan, then get him in the 3rd round if we could. But It's a long time to the draft, so we have time to figure that out. Trayvon Walker, we better pay him now before it's too late. We better pay him now. He was injured a lot of this season, so he didn't get the numbers and he missed some games, but we better pay him now before next year he has like a 12-sack season. His run stop game is why our run D is so good. Everybody said we should have picked Aiden Hutchinson, all this and that. That's why we had the number 1 run D this year. Because we have dogs like Trayvon Walker making play after play in the backfield. Absolute beast. We can't let a guy like this leave the building. We cannot. He's going to be a Jaguar for life. He has to be. Another Indiana players, a lot of Indiana players are like, obviously we just watched the national championship, so it's fresh in my mind. Lewis Moore, he's a ball hawking safety, number 7 right here. Watch him. They just circled him right here. He sees the dig route right here. He's jumping on it. Ball hawk. I need a ball hawk. We need more interception. He had 6 interceptions this season. That's a lot of picks. We need ball hawks like that on this team. Oh, here's the stat I was talking about with Parker Washington. Most contested catches by wide receivers this year. 17 by Parker, which is tied for 4th in the NFL. That's what Trevor needs. Somebody who's going to attack the ball and make a play in a contested catch situation. And he's only freaking 5'10", making plays like that. All these other guys, big receivers, T. Higgins, Juwan Jennings, George Pickens, Michael, those are all 6'2" and above receivers. A.J. Brown, Cortland Sutton, all of them. Jamar Chase is like 6 foot. Puka's like 6'1". He's the smallest one on here at 5'10", making plays. Parker Washington, one of the better receivers in the NFL. He was really a breakout this season, man. Like MVP of the team, in my opinion, for what he did for Trevor. There's another player, Devin Marshall, NC State corner, 4 interceptions this year. Can track a ball, 27 pass breakup, so he knows how to track a ball and knock it out last second. We need corner depth. We're going to be going over a lot of DBs, safeties, all those type of guys this whole offseason, and then that interior pass rush. And if we let Devin Lloyd walk, we're going to end up talking about linebackers as well. Another free agent we could possibly get, Elijah Vera Tucker. He's had a lot of injuries, but man, he's a great player when he's healthy. He could definitely push for a guard spot. One of the spiciest things that's happened recently. Y'all remember Liam Cohen and Robert Saleh going after it after the Broncos game, or the 49ers game? Well, guess what? Robert Saleh, new head coach of the Tennessee Titans. This just gets real more spicy in the AFC South. This rivalry between the Jags and the Titans was already popping no matter what. Now it just got even better. Bring your popcorn twice a year. This is like Matt LaFleur, Ben Johnson type beef now. This is going to be great. I cannot wait for these games next season. Obviously, the Titans are still in rebuild mode, but it's going to be great. The after-game handshake, all that type of stuff, the talk going into the game, it's going to be great. I cannot wait for that game this season. Well, both games, I should say. Another safety. Oh, actually, this is the same guy, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. Same guy I was showing you earlier. He's a ball player. A couple guys that we're going to be going over. I'm going to do a whole video about more college guys, specific guys, go over more plays about them, talk about their height, weight, about where they came from, transfers, all that kind of stuff. But right now we're just kind of going over some of the stuff that's happened in the past week. Jags winning season since 2000 to 2020. We had 4, 04, 05, 07, 17. Just in the last 4 years, from 21 to 25, we've had 3, 22, 23, and 25. That's what Trevor's done for this team before y'all want to get rid of him so quick. Jags hired cornerback coach Matthew Arroyo. He's worked with Anthony Campanelli back in the day, so I don't know if it's Anthony saying, hey, you need to get this guy to replace me as D coordinator, or if it's like, hey, if I stay here, I want this guy under me. Like, I can't tell yet, but it's going to be, we kind of just have to wait and see type vibe. And the last couple things I want to talk about, Trevor Lawrence, AP MVP finalist. If y'all would have talked about or told somebody this in week 7 or week 8, you'd be like, oh, you don't know ball. Trevor sucks, this and that. Look at him now. Let him learn this offense with Liam. He was playing out of his mind at the end of the season. He deserves to be a finalist. Maybe not win it, but he deserves to be a finalist for sure. Next season is going to be crazy. Year 2 under Liam, he's going to continue to ride off this momentum he has right now. He's going to only get better and better and better, especially when we get a better O-line, better receivers, all just put better pieces around him. Trevor's going crazy next year. You better put some money on Trevor Lawrence MVP because he's going to be right there with everybody next season. I cannot wait. 2026 is going to be a season. It's going to be a movie, I should say. Coach of the Year's finalist as well, Liam Cohen. We went from 4-13 to 13-4. One of the best turnarounds in NFL history. He deserves to be a finalist. I think he should win it. Maybe that's just a homer in me, but one of the best turnarounds in NFL history. He did it with a small market team with the Jaguars, nobody was expecting. Ben Johnson, you know, all these guys had great seasons as well, especially Mike Vrabel because he's going even farther in the playoffs, so maybe he ends up winning it. But, man, Liam Cohen, especially because he's never been a head coach either. So proud of him, and I cannot wait for the future with Liam Cohen. One more thing, I don't have it right here, but Trevor was also nominated for Comeback Player of the Year. He only played like half the season last year, so he deserves that for sure. Obviously, he's in an MVP finalist, so he definitely deserves Comeback Player of the Year if he was hurt all last season. Trevor had one of his best seasons, if not, that was probably his best season ever in the NFL. It was. So proud of him, so proud of this team. It sucks that we took the L versus the Bills and we didn't, take advantage of this opportunity, but man, we still have a great core. We'll see what happens with the coaches getting poached off our team, if they do, if they don't. I'll keep you updated on that kind of stuff. Like I said, during the offseason, we're going to do mock drafts, talk about college the college players that are coming in the draft, free agents as well, all that kind of stuff. Get ready for it. Like I said earlier, appreciate all y'all that have been in all my lives all season, supporting me. It's been so fun. The whole reason I made this Jags Y'all, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, was to have Jags fans that I could hang out with, that I could talk Jacksonville Jaguars with. That was the whole reason. I just love this team, and I just want to talk Jags with somebody. As you guys know, I'm RV life, traveling all around. I'm not in Jacksonville, near all the Jags fans, so it's been great just to hang out game days with you guys and talk Jags and kind of go through the season. Man, that was one of the funnest seasons of my life. The best team I've ever watched of the Jags. So we're just going to build off this. 2026 is going to be a movie. Trevor's going to keep getting better. Liam's going to get better. We're going to make this team better with James Gladstone, the guys he's going to pick up. It sucks that it's the offseason right now, but it's time to move forward from the 2025 season and time to get this team better. It's time to get this team better, and we got to make a run next season. We got to get the right guys in here, intangibly rich guys, and we got to make sure that the 2026 Jags are good enough to go on that Super Bowl run. And I think we will be. I trust James Gladstone. I trust Liam Cohen. So with that being said, I appreciate all y'all for being here all season. More videos coming out, so like and subscribe. And like I always say, go Jags.